So my daughter and I, we raided Sephora. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you gotta check out the short form vlog that I did. Hold on. You gotta check out the short form vlog that I did when I went into store for the savings event. I do this every year. Jose and I just have the best time in store filming our stupid little vlog. And this was the first time my daughter came with us. So yeah, definitely check it out. But this is the haul from that shopping trip. When it comes to the Sephora savings event, I do one online order of things that were on my loves list online, and then I like to go into Sephora without an agenda, without a list, in store, in person, to see the stuff that didn't catch my eye online, but maybe caught my eye in store, or things that I forgot about. You can get a better look at shades, because sometimes the shades look different online versus in store. So this is the stuff that stood out to me when I went into store. I've already posted the online order. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm wearing everything on my face right now, and I will have everything mentioned linked down below for you guys. So I picked up a couple foundations. Give me a couple weeks. I need to keep wearing all the new foundations that I've recently purchased, and I will do a foundation roundup. But as promised, I did pick up a new shade of the Rare Beauty True to Myself Natural Matte Longwear Foundation, which I am giving rave reviews on. Love this foundation. I just had a shade that didn't match my skin tone. So I went into store and I picked up the shade 9 Light Neutral. Now, if you're a shade match with me, I will say this is slightly yellow, I feel like, and maybe a tad light, but it's much closer than shade 15 was on myself. I love this foundation. I think it wears a long time. It's a matte foundation that doesn't dry on my skin, and it smooths everything out. I wore it the other day and my mom was like, what is on your skin? It looks amazing. It was this foundation. So I've been talking about it a lot, put it in my Sephora recommendations. Not a new product to you guys if you're a regular on my channel, but I did buy a new shade. And then this is a pretty good match for me. I've been wanting and waiting, actually. This was on my to buy list, but I wanted to see this shades in store. The Mary Phillips brand, I got Lay Skin Weightless Serum Foundation. I didn't buy the foundation brush, which is basically just a fluffy brush. And how you're supposed to use this foundation is you use, of course, her system with the underpainting. That's what the technique is called, the contour palette. And then you use a fluffy brush and just kind of glaze this over top. I have yet to try it that way since today's the first impressions for this foundation, but it is very, very lightweight. I just tried it in the way that I normally wear my foundations, but I'll definitely give her technique a go with her products. But I think this looks really, really nice. It's a lighter medium coverage. It looks pretty smoothing on the skin, but I don't know too much about it. I definitely need to keep you guys updated. It launched when I was on maternity leave, so I haven't done the most amount of research on this, so I would absolutely be doing that before I give you guys my final thoughts. But first impressions, I mean, it's competing right up there with the Rare Beauty. It's sitting beautifully. I've only had it on for maybe like an hour at this point, so it's very, very early to say, but I really like the color that I got, and I like how lightweight this feels. Next product, setting powder. This has been on my wish list for a while, but I forgot about it. Finally, I picked it up from Say. This is the Slip Tint Undetectable Baked Setting Powder. I picked up the shade Translucent 2. I was between 1 and 2. Ultimately, I'm very happy that I picked up number 2. It's like a fine line between being nice and smoothing, but also kind of looking a little bit dry. Overall, my skin looks fantastic, but since I do have a couple different new products on my face, it's hard to tell what is doing what. But overall, my complexion looks really fresh and smooth, and I think it starts with those foundations, and I think that this powder sealed the deal on that. It kind of mattified them a little bit more, but the skin looks really, really smooth still. I'm gonna have to test this with other foundations to be sure that that's the case. With it being baked, it's not completely flat, but it does the job of a powder where it does kind of take away the areas of shine. So far, so good. I did even put it on my under eyes, and I don't normally like pressed powder on the under eyes, and I think it looks good right now. So that is a very good sign. Again, these are all first impressions, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because towards the end of the sale, as I continue to use these over the next 10 days, I will let you guys know at the end my final thoughts on them. I picked up a new bronzer shade. So this I placed an online order for and it was too dark, you guys. So I wanted to get a true feel for the formula of the Warm Wishes powder bronzer from Rare Beauty. This line runs quite deep because I got the second lightest shade and it's pretty dark. So I thought, you know, it wasn't a true testament to the formula. So I picked up the shade Summer Feels, and I just don't know what you're going to do with this range if you're very, very fair, because even this shade, it definitely gave me some depth here. It's an interesting tone of bronze. I definitely liked it a lot more in this shade compared to the deeper shades, but it blended really beautifully on the skin. So it's quite pigmented, the formula overall. Even the deeper shade is more pigmented. Even this lighter shade is more pigmented. So do keep that in mind. But overall, I'm liking it. I think you got the job done. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking. Okay, this is where things get a little embarrassing. I can't believe I did this, but I picked up the wrong shade of the Glossier Cloud Paint Plush Blush. I don't know what I was thinking. I grabbed a box that was different than the shade I meant to purchase. So I ended up with the Seamless Cheek color in Gale, which I already had. So I have this completely unopened, don't worry. So I just pulled out, for the video's sake, my Gale blush that I already had because it is a beautiful formula worth re-mentioning. It's a creamy blush that doesn't have a ton of pigment. It's very blurring. It's not quite matte, but it's not flat, like completely flat. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a cream, so it looks actually quite skin-like and just blurs everything and has decent wear time and doesn't over-apply pigment. I've talked about this formula before. It's beautiful. The shade I re-picked up is beautiful. I'm gonna have to exchange it. I don't remember the name of the shade that I wanted either. So I need to go back in store and see it in person if I am to exchange it. But yeah, dumb. And then I also got some powder blushes. And oh, I'm so excited for these. So you guys know for years, I've been talking about the Laura Mercier blush infusions. These right here. Just their powder blush. Nobody talks about them. They have a gorgeous shade range. And it's just a solid standard blush formula with great colors. So I've always purchased these. I went through a phase where every Sephora savings event, I would purchase one new shade from this range. And then I felt like I had all of the shades. So I stopped. And guess what? They have redone their line, but I think it's for the better. Normally I would be unhappy about this, but I think I'm really happy about this. And they've transitioned this blush color infusion line to the blush color infusion duos. And so you get more versatility from these blushes. So I picked up two shades and you can see one shade is a little bit more glowy. Another shade's a little bit more flat, but you can mix the two shades together. You can just use one shade or the other shade. So you have so much more versatility. So I'm on board with these, and this will begin every sale. I'm going to pick up one more shade, but since we were starting off the collection with these duos, I picked up the two that caught my eye immediately. So the first one is Lychee, which is on this side. I just thought it was a gorgeous warm / neutral everyday blush that would go with a lot. It definitely pulls more peach on my face, but I think it's really, really gorgeous. And then the other shade I picked up, I was worried it might be too light, but I picked up Strawberry. And you know what? It did take a little bit of building up, but I do see that gorgeous pinky glow. So I do think these are a little bit more glowy and more brightening than the original blush formula, which is truly just a flat blush. So these give more dimension on the face. We shouldn't be scared of matte blush, so, you know, if you think of it that way, it is a little sad. But I really like these new blushes, so I think they're more trendy, they're more modern, they just make more sense for right now. So I'm excited about this new range. I will say, I picked up the shade Strawberry from the duos. This is the original Strawberry. So they are different shades, but I think that's a good thing, because if you have the OG Strawberry, if you repurchase Strawberry, it's not the exact same shade. I mean, look how different those are. So I wanted to pull that out and show you, but this was kind of a low-key launch from Laura Mercier, but I felt the need to announce it. As somebody who's recommended Laura Mercier blushes for years, they've revamped it, and I think it's for the better. The last complexion product that I got is from Hourglass, and I'm so anti-liquid highlighter, but I saw a creator that I was passing through on TikTok, and she said she hates liquid highlighter, but this is amazing. So naturally, as a liquid highlight hater, I needed to give it a go, especially because I love Hourglass and I trust Hourglass. So the official name of this is the Unreal Liquid Highlighter. It's the same packaging as their blushes. I picked up the shade Infinite, and you guys, I think this is a good liquid highlighter. I don't know that this will ever replace my love or preference, I would say, for a powder highlighter, but it didn't do that weird textured thing that liquid highlights normally leave on my face today. It actually looked really, really smooth and seamless, so I think it's really good. I'm gonna have to continue using it, but I'm pretty impressed on first impressions. It's not replacing my preference for powder highlights, but I think it's a good liquid highlighter. Stay tuned to see where our relationship ends up going. Eyes, I only picked up one thing. So it is on my eyeballs right now. You know what I didn't pick up? No, it's an Ulta exclusive. I was talking about the Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette. Well, I wasn't planning on picking it up, but I wanted to touch it, but okay. I just remembered, I think it's only at Ulta. The only thing I got for the eyes is this beautiful champagne glow that you are seeing on my eyelids right now. You know I'm a sucker for an eyeshadow stick, and I've gone back and forth on trying these and picking one up for the last few months, so I finally just picked up one. I swatched them in store. So these are from Ilia. They're the Eye Stylish Shadow Sticks. I swatched a few shades, and I ended up going with a very safe shade for me. I just love a light champagne glowy shadow stick, and this shade Venetian. It's a pretty cool champagne shade that just brightens the eye. It's amazing for every day. I love these kinds of colors for eyeshadow sticks because they just make the eyes look so brightened and awake. And when it comes to shades like this, they're perfect for popping the bronzer in your crease. So I used the Rare Beauty bronzer in my crease, and then I just drew this on. The consistency of this is very, very creamy, but it almost felt creamy to a point where I was like, is this even gonna dry down? Is it gonna wear well? Is it gonna crease? We're early on into wear, but so far so good. I think it's stunning. So we will see, but I really like the way that this looks. Sometimes with these shimmer shadow sticks, they can look textured or dry on my eyelids, and I don't feel that way about this. It did take a little bit of building up, but overall I'm very, very happy with this so far. I repurchased a lip liner. So this is a really fantastic everyday liner. And while I was at Sephora, I was like, might as well get another one. I already have one. I keep it in my main makeup room, but I needed one that can travel, like in the purse, keeping it in my filming studio because it's such a great, versatile background lip liner. So it's from Westman Atelier. This is their lip shape lip liner in the shade Biscuit. So I have mentioned this lip liner as a favorite because it's just one of those versatile, I could do a whole video showing you my favorite versatile contoury background is what I call them, lip liners. Look at that. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's truly neutral, and it goes basically with any lip product you want to put over top and just gives the lips some contour, some definition. So, love this. I prefer this over like the contoury, blurring lip liners that are coming out now because I think those look messy. This one actually has some grip and some shape and definition. I think it's important. It is cream, so it doesn't really set down, but it has some great tack, so it actually lasts a good amount of time as well. And the last product I'm pleasantly surprised by because this one's like a drop for me when I saw it come out. I was like, yawn. But you guys, it's sitting so plush and gorgeous on the lips. I cannot lie. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. I didn't even plan to get these, but I was so curious. So this is the Blush Balm Lip Tint. I'm so sick, you know, of these balmy tints. But this is sitting on my lips so nice. It added instant hydration. The packaging's kind of cute. So I picked up Pillow Talk Medium, which is one of my favorite shades from them. I wore it as a lip for my wedding. I think I mixed it, but Pillow Talk Medium has always been a favorite of mine. When I swatched it, it looked really underwhelming, really sheer, but look at this. How gorgeous is Biscuit from Westman Atelier with this over top? So yeah, it gave me a lot more color than anticipated. It did take a little bit of building up, but I'm not mad at it. But look how plush and smooth and hydrated my lips look. It doesn't feel overly sticky. In fact, it's not sticky at all, but it also doesn't feel so smooth that I feel like it's not gonna have any longevity. And it smells like buttercream. Very, very subtly though, so don't freak out if you don't like fragrance. Oh, I love this. I love the way this is sitting on my lips. That was unexpected, let me tell you. I was expecting to poo-poo on this and regret purchasing it. It's actually one of my favorite things immediately in today's haul. It was one of those products where the second it touched my lips, I was like, wait, I love this. So one more thing that I got, not makeup related, but utility. Something I recommend having at your makeup vanity and purchasing it because no matter what tier you are, it's 30% off the entire duration of the savings event. So it's from Sephora collection. They've really simplified the packaging here since my last one that I've used, but this is their daily brush cleaning spray. So this is not to replace cleaning your brushes, but quickly, especially for like eye brushes and stuff, things that have a lot of color. This is for spot cleaning, so you just put it on a little towel and then rub your brush off and it gets the color off. And I have been running low on this for like the last 2 savings events, and every time I mean to pick it up, I forget in store because I like some of the Sephora collection stuff, but it's not top priority for me. But this time I remembered. I actually think this was the second item that ended up in my cart because I needed it. I picked up this nice big one and it's really great, and you can get it for 30% off. So now is the time. It's not a fun thing, but it's a necessary thing. And that is everything that I picked up while I was in store. I know you guys are curious about how much it was. I mean, I don't love talking too much about how much I spent, but for the savings event, I always do. I think I saw on the computer it was like almost $500. I was like, whoa. But with that 20% Rouge discount, it ended up being a total of
It's delicious.
$345. It's a lot of money, but I got a lot of stuff. You know how easy it is to rack it up at Sephora, but I'm excited to continue playing with this. Like I said, this is all staying on my desk for the next 10 days because I'm trying to do a rundown of everything before the last day to let you guys know how these are after using them some more. So expect to see me wearing these products pretty much every single day as I continue to test them. Like I said, I'll put everything that I mentioned today and featured down below because overall, I think my makeup looks really, really nice. So I'm excited about these products. If you missed it, make sure you check out my online haul. And happy shopping, you guys. Make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.
It's delicious.